So now we're going to talk about drafting aids. I've made a line here that's 101 feet long. I am going to select this line. I'm going to go to Edit Duplicate Array, select Linear Array, make it 3 duplicates, make X 0 inches and Y 10 inches. Sorry, 10 feet. 10 feet. And so now I've got 4 different lines. I'm going to select the top line. I'm going to go to Modify, Guides, not guides, Drafting Aids. I'm going to do line into segments. So there's different options here. The first one is Place Loci, break line into segments, and then we're going to make the number of segments 4. I'm going to say OK. So what this has done, if I click on each segment, is it's broken that same line into multiple segments, and the original line is gone. I also have these little loci to help me. I could select one of these on their own if I wanted to. It just helps me be able to see where those breaks are, no matter where I'm at. When I zoom in and out, these loci scale so that they are visible. Let's see what would happen if I wanted to not break the line into parts, but I just wanted the loci. So I would go to Modify, Drafting Aids, Line into Segments, leave original line intact, don't break the line into segments, and I could do 4 or 5, whatever I wanted. So now it's still all one big line, but I now have these little markers so I could create other lines if I wanted to off of those loci. There are other drafting aids for lines on here. There's Even Divide. It pretty much works the same way. Where it gets more complicated is with rectangles. Just know that that's an option. There is also Create Dividing Lines. And so if we want to know more about what Create Dividing Lines is, don't forget to hover over. It creates lines of either dividing evenly the angle formed by 2 referencing lines, or parallel to and dividing evenly the distance between the 2 reference lines. So I need 2 lines to be able to do that. So if I select these 2 parallel lines, I could go to Modify. Oh. I now have it divided between these 2 lines. Bam. So you saw that it was selected in a slightly different color. Let's look at that again. So I'm going to select these 2 lines, say Modify, Drafting Aids, Create Dividing Lines. I'm going to select this line first and this line second, and then I'm going to create 2 different dividing divisions, and it's going to give me a line in between the 2. This works in multiple different ways, but there's one example. I've also created a arc for you. This is a 40-foot wide arc. I created that using the point on arc mode. So 40 feet wide, 12 feet tall, high. It's a pretty big arc, but we're playing around. So I have this selected. I'm going to go arc into segments. We're going to say number of segments 5. We're going to say segment length 30 feet. All right, so that's weird, right? Oh, something really weird happened there. So like the duplicate array, you can always undo things and then try again. So let's do drafting eggs, arc into segments. Let's say 5, and let's say segment length is going to be 10 feet. Option, draw lines, not draw a polygon. Bam. So now I have divided this arc into these 5 different inscribed lines. So there's all kinds of options here. You would want to be more precise if you're trying to divide this evenly.